as a white girl who has dated black guys since the age of 15, I feel like you guys need my perspective on this Shannon Sharpe, because everything I'm seeing is like white women are fetishizing black men. Like the Shannon Sharpe sitch, like the girl said something about, I want your black baby, right? I have had black men come to me and say, I want you to have my black baby. Not, I want you to have my baby. That's the acceptable response. No, I want you to have my black baby. And I have had black men ask me to say very derogatory things in bed. Yeah. So part of it is not that white women are fetishizing black men. It's like the opposite. And I feel like this isn't being talked about, and I don't want to get any hate for this, guys, because this is my personal experience, but I've had more black men than not mention race in our relationship as like a king. I don't know. I don't even know if that's like the right way to describe it. But there are some black men in this world that I think like want, I don't know if they want to reenact. I don't know if it's like a power trip of like, I don't know, but I just feel like that piece is important to this puzzle.
I don't think black people actually understand how quick these women are in order to jump in on negative business. They are so quick. So they are real quick. They will put those cameras up, because I want y'all to understand, after she said what she said, she had a type of smirk and a smile because she had a certain type of thing that she was trying to do. It's already known that in between black men and black women that there is a type of division. You have those black guys out there that don't really care for black women. You have those black women that don't really care for black men as well. Two peas are part of the same pot. But in order to really fuel this, she wanted to throw more gasoline, kerosene, whatnot or whatever, on a already burning fire that did not need her help. And as you clearly said, like, she didn't really say anything. She threw a few things directly out there, and then she just left and smiled and be like, okay, let's see what happens now. Because I, as a white woman, I am, agreeing with the black women, on top of jumping on the bandwagon of, hating on or saying something negative, about black men while also still dating them. Did nobody catch that? So she's dating black men, talking negatively, absolving white women from anything dealing with race play, because I want people to be I just want to make this very cut and clear. There are way more white women out here who fetishize and who want these certain types of things or role plays when it deals with race play than black men. I just want people to know and understand that there are more white women out there than there are black men. So how she's sitting up there trying to frame this is completely crazy, because she said herself, from the black men that she dates, which means that she is picking specifically from a specific pot of black men who obviously seek out and like these types of things, which more than likely means that she is in some type of groups or sites where she can go and get those types of black men specifically. Because notice, she's not stating any other type of black men directly out here that she dates. She more than likely can't even give you any, because she has a specific type, because she is into said specific thing, but she didn't want to say that that's what she's into. I can look at her and tell that she has said some things, that she has done some things. But like I said before, nobody's going to care, because at the end of the day, it's a white woman that is pairing up with black women and contributing to whatever type of quote unquote facts are directly out there. Do you have black guys that are more than likely into race play? Yes, you do. And the way that she is sitting up there trying to state that, oh, it's just all over. No, I can sit up there and that's no. I've been online on internet for too long to know that how she's stating it is a complete lie. Again, there are guys directly out there that are into this, but there are way more white women that are out there and into this. Like I said, Queen of Spades. If you don't know what that is, look that up. Look at what it is that they do. Case in point, going to another thing, such as blacked. If you don't know what that is, look that up. Again, there's a multitude of groups. You can go to Facebook, you can go to TikTok, you can go to wherever you can consume social media. You will see women like her fetishizing, going after, trying to look and gain the attention of black men by a multitude of ways. One of which, if people want to be honest, white women in cosmetic surgery. They get the BBLs, they get the hips, they get the thighs, they get all of that done so that they can replicate the image of black women, but while still saying that they are white women at the end of the day. Hey, look at me. I got this shape. I'm more interesting. I'm this, I'm that. But yet these are the same exact type of women who are, brought to the cookout, who are allowed into black women's spaces. And this is what happens. This is how that looks.
You want to know what I love about this whole Shannon Sharp situation? It exposed y'all. Y'all gaslit us for years and said white women are better than black women. They're smaller, they're more feminine, they're nicer, they look better. Whole time y'all just want to be called niggas by white women? Like, what? Y'all cannot gaslight us no more. Now we know what it is. Y'all like race play. Y'all like to be degraded by white women, and it's disgusting.
I hate when you have people like this that decide that they want to speak specifically on black men, and they know that they're not going to do any research when it deals with black women, and specifically what it is that they like and what it is that they do and speak online, because they feel that as a black woman that it is a-okay for a black woman to do it, because if black women date outside of their race, it has nothing to do with hate or anything like that. They're just genuinely looking for a person. It's just genuine love, right? And if a black guy decides to do it, you do it because you hate yourself. That's some crazy work, crazy mental gymnastics. But before I get into a long thought out thing, because I've covered this topic for so many times, let me allow these clips to summarize my count.
Who I marry or who I'm going to date. I didn't say I wouldn't marry a black man. I would marry a black man. I'm just open to, if a white man wanted to marry me, I'll say hell yeah.
Well, I look at y'all differently because of your skin color.
Yeah, I mean, that just means that I'm not for you, but there's another white man that would love to. Like, I talked to a white guy. He works, like, by my job, and I talk to him sometimes. But to each its own. But, I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
Well,
there's some white guy out there for me, maybe. I don't know. Well, I just feel like I don't have a problem with either. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I would have a child by a white man or a black man, but
Ladies,
I
do
don't
not listen to
see
her. The black
nothing wrong with
black
it.
men love you. Do not listen to her. Do not go to white men. Stay on this side.
Well, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I wouldn't dare listen.
all right, I'm getting sick of listening to you bickering.
Black men in Germany are treated way differently than black women in Germany. Black men are appreciated in Germany. Black men are put in a cultural sense, in a societal sense, you are seen as interesting, whereas black women are seen as lesser.
An experience,
a novelty in which you can approach voyeuristically, and it's dehumanizing. I was a member at Soho House, and I remember seeing a black man sitting there, and there was all these white women around him glorifying him, gawking at the fact that he was existing. And I think black men need to acknowledge that their lived experience in Germany is disproportional to that of a black woman in Germany.
You do look a little older, but how old are you again?
26.
26. You look older than 26, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And over here, we got a pop. Your name and age?
I'm John. I'm 27.
Okay.
Hi, John.
And John, why did you end up popping your balloon?
So I actually didn't think that you were indecisive or anything like that. I think, maybe it might be the nerves or something.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like the lifestyle that you said you wanted to live, like the countryside, farm and all that. I've lived in the city my whole life. I'm not a country person. Like, I've tried it, and I just wouldn't succeed in that. So just wanted to pop and not waste time.
Okay, no problem.
Makes sense. And now, is he someone that's your type?
No.
Okay, why not?
He looks a little gay.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, if you're not, it's okay. But
I mean, I'm here, right? Like,
So to confirm, you like women.
Like,
yeah.
He's on this lineup.
yeah.
Okay. All right. And I think, did we get a pop back here? Oh, yeah, we did. Let's head on back there.
Yo, what's going on here?
What's going on here? What's going on?
What are you doing with all these? What's going on?
I'm the blackest guy you'll ever meet.
Yo, shorty, you alright? Why you letting this happen?
Cause we got 12-inch. What you want?
And you just cool with that, miss? You cool with that? Oh yeah, nah, this is wicked, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm finna pray for you.
You are a loser. Simple. Wait, there's more.
Some folks gonna be mad when I say this, but real talk, some of you black men, y'all really be the weakest links when it comes to the black community. And I mean that, like, with my whole chest.
Idaho is not as racist as everyone thinks it is. So we are out in the middle of the desert. We're driving along, and I see a car that's broken down, and there's a black man. Now, there is not a whole lot of black people here in Idaho, right?
Not a lot.
So I'm thinking nobody else is probably going to stop to help this man. So I'm just like, you know what? We should stop. We should stop and help this man.
No, we shouldn't.
I'm like, what? And she's like,
No,
I'm just like, no one else is going to stop.
not my problem.
And I'm like, come on, we got to help this guy out.
No, we don't.
See,
No, the fuck we do not.
So see, I just gotta say, like, right now, like, she said we already had too many black people in the car.
Niggas already in this little vicinity. It's too many.
She said ninjas.
Ninjas.
That was ninjas for anyone that she has a speech impediment. That was
I a little slow.
Anyway, she wouldn't let me stop. She wouldn't let me help the guy.
No. You know how much hotter it would be in this vehicle if we put that black man in here?
And then, I just know her because I know she's going to be like, well, what do we get robbed?
And if we did, I'd blame it all on him because you was the one.
We'd be sitting there and I'd just be looking over like, okay, that was my bad.
Yep, your fault.
I don't know what, I just can't deal with these racists. These racists over here.
Racist people out
Racist.
here. Tell me about it. They just rude. Just disrespectful.
Now, what she doesn't know, we're driving back the same way. If he's still there, I'm stopping.
He can try.
I'm stopping.
I'm going to push the gas pedal.
I'm going to tell y'all where black men should really be concerned at. The fact that there are so many black women who are absolutely terrified of being approached by them is concerning. I've observed many posts and conversations of black women saying that we feel like our lives are in danger if they catcall, if they shoot their shot, if they try to ask us for our number, if they even look in our direction. The fact that I literally do things to discourage them from saying anything to me, like even dressed like this, basketball shorts, hoodie, fitted, they will still approach. Like, honestly, how many of them are terrified of us to approach them? How many of them are prepared to fight for their life at any given moment? I feel like instead of them being concerned about getting us to submit or why we're aggressive or masculine or anything like that, they need to be concerned about why we are freaking scared of them. Okay? That's the conversation that needs to be had.
Just like with the whole Shannon Sharp situation, why the are you engaging in race play with a teenager? And then even then, was it Donald Glover had that joke in one of his stand-ups back in the Gap? I almost couldn't come back from that, right? I with his music, but that was some wild to say. You will never find a black woman of means and like, I can't say that they don't engage in race play, but what I do know is that they're not embarrassing themselves on public forums. The only one you can credit with some like that is with Whoopi Goldberg with the whole Ted Danson situation. That was embarrassing, right? We'll take that L. However, though, that's one in the past, 40 years?
Jody, explain. Good shorties on the first night she met her now husband, Joshua Jackson. Here's what she said. When I first met my husband, we had a one-night stand. We're in a 2-3-year one-night stand now. Jody explained how they met at a party, and when she laid eyes on him, she said, I want that. And they connected, and a couple of hours later, those panties was all across the room, baby. And now 3 years later, they're happily married with a baby girl.
Like, it's literally a black dude all the time embarrassing all of us for the sake of being accepted by Snow Bunny. And if it ain't Snow Bunnies, it's literally just any non-black woman in general, right?
So that you're going to view a video, a very, melanated, beautiful, black woman who was already dating Caucasian men, right? So for whatever reason, right, which she won't even go into or whatever, she won't state why it is that she, in a sense, took a pause and stopped dating her preference. But then she decided to step out of that and then start dating black guys for the very first time ever in her life. And then you're going to basically sort of kind of hear what this divester who then decided to date a black guy and then turn right back into a divester stated about her dating experience.
So, I've never felt this bad with a man ever. It's by far my worst experience with a black man. This is my first experience, and it sucks. There's nothing good about it. It makes me feel small, unimportant. It's so foreign. Like, I'm used to, I don't know what I'm used to, because I'm usually the one to exit. But this, y'all, this is bad. And it's like thanks, but no thanks anymore. I know I shouldn't just write all black men off, but I'm gonna need a minute. Like, I'm gonna need a minute in order for me to not treat y'all like I am just like, wow. Like, I was not expecting. And I could go into detail, but he may follow me. I don't really know. I don't care that he sees this because he knows how I feel. But I'm not going to go into detail just simply because out of taste. But, yeah, so I'm going fishing. And, Jesus. He really that up. He really that. So, I'm back to my fellow. That's so bad. That's so bad. But man, I'm going back to white men. I gotta go back. It's just like, whoa, this is wild.
Even when I was I've lived in Arizona, I've been, out in Idaho before. I'm originally from Arkansas. I've been all over, right? I lived in Texas before. I've even lived in Japan. And one thing that all those places have in common is that black men do not have no standards out there, and they will literally put up with anything just to smash. You know how many times I've had to check I've been out with one of my coworkers or whatever the case may be, and I gotta check some woman if they want to on for using the N-word. I've never had that issue with any of my homegirls. Even if I knew a chick who dated a white man, I've never had to check him about using the N-word or doing no shit. That's some that seems to be unique to black men and the women that they deal with. On numerous occasions, I've had to check women and then check the too, because we're not a monolith. And just because you want to smash on this woman and you don't have any standards and you don't care about being disrespected as long as you get your dick wet, everybody's not on that same type of time. Not only that, when I was living in Japan, I've seen so many Nihonjin, right? So many Nihonjin with box braids in the most, saying the N-word, walking around with their hafu babies. Like, it's like you destroy everything you touch. Not only that, the bigger picture, right? And it's not even to just on men. I really want black men to just raise y'all standards. Date who you want to date. But like literally understand that sometimes when you interact with these people of other races, this is how they categorize black people in general. And because you're a self-hating Negro, they assume that black women feel the same way about their own blackness. And you setting everybody up for failure. This is why I'm going to keep it. Hey, black women, listen to me. This is why y'all be having problems with some of these white women at work, because they laying up with some self-hating ass Negro who be pillow talking. And during that pillow talk, all those insecurities around their own blackness and other come out. And now they go out into the world thinking that black women are the same way. And not only that, they're knowing that black men do not be given a and that they are not going to protect us, right?
Yeah, so one demographic that voted heavily for Trump. You have several groups, but one demographic I want to talk about is black men. Yeah, black men. You remember how you were all riled up with George Floyd and the police? You remember Donald Trump's response and what he said to do with you? Okay, you remember Kyle Rittenhouse, the white dude who those people with the AK in the street when they were protesting? A police, the little boy, I think he was 17. And you remember when Donald Trump invited him to Mar-a-Lago or to the White House, wherever? Because he's a black man who was protesting the death of another man by police. That's what you all want. So you see, you all anytime a police stop you and put their knees in your neck or you in the back when you're running, because I want your family to come out and start rioting. Hey! 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 Y'all think you can come out and riot? And you love to burn down? Okay, come out. I'm waiting. I want them to unleash the military and the set the military and the police on you. That's what's gonna happen. And I can't blame him, because that's what y'all said you wanted. And you say, I'ma vote for you because this is what I want. I want you to set the police on us. I want you to set the military on us. I want you to take away our rights to protest. And I want you to grant the police immunity so when they us and us, assault us, they cannot be charged or be held responsible. That's what I'm voting for Donald Trump. I'm a black man. And that's what I want you to do, Donald. That's what I want you to do. I'm a black man. I am a man. Yeah. That's what I want you to do. Take away my rights. Give the police immunity. So when they put their knee in my neck, they have the right to do it and they have no responsibility or nothing. My family will get no justice. My children will not know their dad. And they will not get no justice. Yes. 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 Oh, the thing could immune. Oh, the thing could immune from this police brutality. Huh? Wait for him. That is something to remember. Donald Trump promised on a black man. Some of the Jamaican black man. We say we don't have vote for Kamala. Huh? I don't have a mother. So I don't think so the mother did good enough for raise, you know? And good enough to make decision and a whole pound of raised by a single mother household. Holy pound of that black man. Raising a single mother household. Single mother for the father. They gone and left with no mother we don't know. And they raise some out of good too. You understand me? I don't think that Kamala can make decisions for y'all's future. But y'all mother used to do it by herself without no father. Because you know a percentage of a black household will grow up without daddy in them household, right? You know that. Uh-huh. So, baby, we waiting. Again, I'm mourning, I'm grieving, still grieving, so it's gonna be black all week.
Another one.
The way that black men are about to be the weakest link. Remember when it was 52% of white women voted for Trump? It's about to be black men. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is for black men not wanting a black woman in power. Black men talking about I don't want no black woman telling me what to do. Okay, but wasn't you raised by a black woman? Why are you scared of black women telling you what to do all of a sudden? Don't you live with your mama still? Oh, sorry, you live with your grandma. Don't your baby mom raise your kids? Don't your baby mom pay your bills? Don't your baby mom give you a car to drive? What's going on here? Don't you and your baby mom live with your mom? Talking about some black woman can't run that. What are you talking about? Black women are historically the backbone of society.
Another one.
This message is for black women and black women only. Today, the entire country let us know where we stood. The entire country told us we were on our own. The entire country collectively told us. We are tired of the popular narrative, if you're in trouble, go find a black woman. No, we are in the front lines of so many marches and causes that have very little to do with us. That's got to stop. Over the next 4 years, we got to pour into each other and ourselves like we've been pouring into other people. We are constantly getting let down, beat down by everybody around us. That's got to stop. From now on, we literally need to mind our business. Don't ask us for nothing, because we're taking this moment to rest. Don't expect anything, because we're taking this moment to rest. Black women, we got to pour into ourselves, into our families, and other black women. I'll admit, I'm not completely surprised that this happened. The entire world has never held back on their dislike and disdain for black women. And as black women, we just continue to love and pour into the world anyway, even though they don't like us. Over the next 4 years, we've got to mind our business. We've got to start a business, start earning and saving. We have to start pouring into ourselves and each other, black women. And then we got to rest. We're going to rest.
Another one.
Hello, ladies. I'm Trey. It's good to be here.
What do you do and how much do you?
I work in finance, making six figures.
How tall are you?
6'5".
Do you have a plan to vote in November?
Nah, not my thing.
Another one.
I'm HIV positive, right? And this is just a PSA to those that are not HIV positive. Disclosure is my choice. When I disclose and how I disclose and who I disclose to is up to me. I find it so crazy how people are telling me that I need to disclose before I go on a date, that I need to disclose before I kiss somebody. This is the craziest one. Before I even tell them my name. It's not happening. I don't think that it's my responsibility to tell someone that I'm HIV positive if they are treating me as if I'm not. Your health is your responsibility. Adopt the mindset of medical practitioners. Assume that everyone has something until they prove to you that they do not. Why are you kissing a stranger or trying to kiss a stranger that you just met? Why are you trying to have intercourse with someone raw that you just met? You don't know me from a hole in a wall. Why are you trying to put your thing inside of me without any kind of protection? Why do I have to be the one to say, hey, chill out, I'm HIV positive, instead of you asking, taking the time to know me, get to know me, let's go get tested together if you want to take the next step. Why do I have to be the one protecting you from yourself? No, baby, that is not my responsibility. And I just wanted to make that clear. Okay, love you, bye.
Another one.
Short, right? So you've seen the video that I posted before. If not, then I should probably have the link directly in the comment section so that you can just so happen to see it. But what ended up happening is that this man broke into a black woman's home, and not just the first time, but this is the second time that he's done it, and she knows this. She stated that, oh, you broke in, I can clearly do whatever I want to, with your life if I decided to choose because you broke in, and she would actually be correct. He acknowledged this, and he said he pretty much didn't care because whatever was going on at home where he lived was a lot worse than anything that could pretty much take place and happen. So when I went through the comments recently, I saw fields of women deciding that they wanted to state that this dude is just so overly attractive and that, he could break directly into their house. So these are just a few of the comments that you're able to see, right? One person said, nah, he got to take his attractive self on. Ain't no way. Can't be finding refuge in my home unless he's sharing them privileges and resources. Another person said, I want to protect him and fight all of those hallucinations for him. Another person said, I would have had relations with him right then and there. Another one said, we're going to have relations after that. Another person said he could sneak into my house and have... There's a certain wording for these types of relations due to YouTube being sensitive. I really can't say what that is, but you pretty much, it has an R directly before it, right? So again, this is how crazy that this is getting when you have women online stating that, hey, you can do this. This can basically happen and it's completely fine and dandy. I'm all for it. This is a person that literally broke into somebody else's home.
Another one.
I've never seen an unhappy black woman with a fine white man. I've never seen it. And we could talk about it more. Because the ones that be happy with their white man, they be getting everything that they want. And that's going to be me next. Happily in love, living a life, they man spoiling them. They just over there. Where the white man at? I'm at the point where I'm sick. Like, I am. Y'all give nothing no more. So I'm dating out of my comfort zone now, and I'm going to get me a Caucasian man. So where y'all at?
Of why we don't see black men, or why a lot of us will say no AA. And it's simply because even when you do have the money, you don't think that you need to pay. And what's crazy is y'all are literally at the bottom. You make less money than anybody else. You don't have the degrees. You don't have the jobs. Y'all literally don't have anything offered but having to pay. And the fact that y'all think that y'all are still desirable enough to where you don't have to pay, and you clearly see that even your preference is denying you, is crazy. Black men are in denial about their worth and their value, not only in sex work, but just in society. Like, so many black women are divesting from black men. So many preferences are realizing that it's not black women that are the problem, it's these because they're also being left as single mothers. Like, it's not just us. It's culturally, there's an issue. Like, why are you on a site that requires you to pay?
And they're not going to say anything. They're not even going to intervene on their own behalf, right? So when some white woman is being racist, as long as she's attractive enough, a is not finna say nothing to her. I promise you. And this why all that interracial content be cringy. I literally have never seen somebody, a black man who dates exclusively outside of his race that wasn't or wasn't anti-black, like in general, right? And don't get me wrong, because some of the exists. I can't even say it exists to the same extent with women, because I have my smoke with the divestment community as well. Like it's a 50-50. Some of them I rock with the whole decentering men. Some of them be mammies or whatever. But however, I have never seen the that y'all accuse black women of being bad witches for white supremacy is really you. Y'all literally do not have no standards, and you will literally do anything and be degraded. Like, you're literally okay with being fetishized. You're okay if a woman don't see you as human. That mandingo, all that, y'all like that. Y'all like that. And unfortunately, that dehumanization gets passed on to your kids, your sisters, your mothers, and everybody else that's black, right? That gotta exist in a black body. And because y'all refuse to check that because you care about getting your wet more than you care about anything else, man, some of you gotta go.
Beef my mess up. 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 Beef my mess up.
Y'all meet my Matha.
Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Wigger.
A couple zips, 2 cups of lean in his nickel.
Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth.
Hey guys, I'm with my Massa.
What was that a racist comment? What did you?
Big Mouth Massa.
Yeah, so that's all I got. I don't really have anything else for you. As I stated before, it's hilarious how a lot of this energy is given specifically to black men, and how people out here want to only specifically state that black men are problematic, black men are holding the black community back, black men have no standards, this, that, and the third. Like I said, shout out to DJ, what was it, Jason Pope, and the others directly out there that I've covered over time that specifically date and was going directly after black women because it's the easiest thing for them to do just because of who it is that they are. And those same guys were infecting black women, infecting them. But for whatever reason, whenever people want to talk about the severity of knowing one's partner and, knowing the status, they only want to specifically speak on black men because they view black men as being the utmost dangerous. And as I've always stated, whenever you put your focus on one that allows everybody else to slide idly by and do whatever it is that they want to sit up there and do because you're giving them, quote unquote, the undeserving grace to pretty much do anything negative that they specifically want to do to you. And that's what Jason Pope and many other guys like him were doing and still are able to do, either here in the United States or over in Africa. Like I said, it's that easy. It is what it is. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, stay tuned for the next video.